seeing you, man. Where did this come from?
Just trying to be more authoritative, I guess. I don't know, Rudy, but covering the things that you don't want to let people see. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
No, you look, no, honestly, you look great. You actually look like you should be on some Hollywood red carpet. Like you are looking classy, my friend. I love it.
I need to have you by my side more often, Rudy. There is no doubt. And I think it just comes from the good outdoor living at Jackson Triggs in the summertime.
Hey, look, man, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you about because I think this is one of the biggest concert series of the summer. And what a mix and what's going on. For folks who don't know what JT is all about in the summertime, man, please explain because it has to do with this. And I wish I had a glass now, but as we do this interview, it might be a little early.
Oh, thanks. Well, Rudy, I think, and I think most of our patrons would also agree, it is one of the most unique music experiences you can have in this entire country. It is a very intimate 575 seat amphitheater carved out of the side of the vineyard at Jackson Triggs in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And we showcase the greatest of Canadian talent with the greatest of Canadian wine. And that is what we're all about. It's about sharing an experience with people. It is about enjoying beautiful music, rock and roll, classical, country. We try and touch all the genres, and we try to make sure that everybody has something that they remember for the rest of their summer.
I want you to really describe what people can experience, not just with the winery, but the concerts in general too. And the fact when you have a beautiful sunny day or a sunset, hard to describe, man. I'm going to let you try to describe this.
Wow. Well, I think what we do really well is when you arrive, it's that experience that is unlike every other sort of cramped venue where you're coming in to see music, you're having an experience which is shoulder to shoulder. This gives you a little bit more of a refined experience where you're coming in. There's a beautiful barrel cellar dinner that you can buy if you want to. There's food offerings on the grounds if you want to. You walk into this great hall to check in at Jackson Triggs and Niagara on the Lake. And from that moment forward, even when you drive into the parking lot, you're taken care of. It's just leave everything at the door, come have an amazing night in the summertime because there are just so many Fridays and Saturdays that we have in Canada. We try and make sure that when you're there, it's a very, very special night. It's food, it's drinks, it's beautiful wine. It is then your favorite Canadian artist on a stage. I hate to say the worst, but the worst seat in the entire place is 70 feet from the artist. You are basically in the platinum area of Bud Stage, and that is the worst seat. And the best seat, you are 6 feet from the artist. It's just one of those incredible places.
Now I know we got a huge lineup. I want to throw out some names. If you could throw out some names, the one I want to throw out is the one, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think his band opens up this series every year. Sam Roberts, one of the greatest groups and one of the nicest people I've ever met.
You know him as well as I do, obviously. He is one of those people that you just want to hang out with because he is as genuine on stage having fun as he is off stage having fun. And Sam Roberts has become a tradition of ours for many, many years now, and with no signs of any changing, hopefully, in the future, because he just puts on one of those rock and roll shows that is quintessentially Canadian. It is, everyone leaves feeling better about themselves, with the summer, about what the summer has to offer. And that's why we always try and kick off with Sam. And this year, Sam Roberts Band, June 7th and 8th at Jackson Triggs. There's still a couple of tickets still left, but not many, to be honest. It always sells incredibly quickly. So I hope some of your listeners can come out and experience Sam in the vineyard with the sunset just behind the winery in this incredible environment.
Now I know it's not fair. Like I said, can you throw out a couple other names, or is there just too many to mention?
I'm going to throw out a few that Jackson Triggs is one of those places where you will see artists that should be playing at 3,000, 5,000 seat venues
Yeah.
and do and headline festivals. You talk about the Rec Laws. There is one of the great Canadian country artists that the brother sister act that are just fantastic, Stu and Jenna, and they've made this one of their highlights of the summer for us as well. They're coming back this year. We've got a new old artist. I don't want to say old, a new established artist, and David Wilcox joining us this
Yeah.
year. We've got the classics that we love coming in as well. Chantel's coming back.
Yeah.
We are welcoming Mac Dusk doing a Sinatra night with us as well, with a grand piano. It'll be just beautiful outdoors in the vineyard. Then country Brett Kissel. You've got, I mean, I don't know where I could run through everybody here from Strumbellas to, Bahamas. You're talking about the best that Canada has to offer.
You know, the fun thing for me is I've interviewed and I know every act that you have this season, which is why I can't say this is incredible. These are all great acts. Now, for folks who say they want to come up and they're like, man, you know what? I don't know about getting home or whatever. There are hotel deals, if I understand, around you guys, correct?
Thanks, Rudy. Yeah, absolutely. We have a relationship with White Oaks in Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is a fantastic hotel and spa that we try and pair with. And so when you go to book your tickets, you can also look to try and pair that with accommodations. And then you're, a very, very modest drive or Uber ride out to where you need to get back to the hotel. So if you do tend to enjoy a little too much wine, there's always an option to get you home. And we try and take care of everybody while you're there, that if you do have a little too much, we'll help you make your way to where you have to in the region.
Rain or shine, this thing keeps going, correct?
So I'll tell you, it is rain or shine. We have had this is a stat for you. We are about to hit our 300th concert at Jackson Triggs this year. We have had 200 unique artists play our stage over the course of the last number of years, which I'm incredibly proud of. We've welcomed new artists to the stage that are up and comers, that have become headliners, and so it's just one of those places where we try and welcome as many people and new experiences we're going through. Yeah, so
I love
I've
it.
lost my. Yeah, it's a great spot.
No, no, it's a great spot. Like I said, rain or shine, it happens.
Oh,
Here's
sorry.
here's
Can I get back to? You're right.
yeah, go.
I was going. I was just excited to mention the fact that we've had that many artists coming through, and we've had just a few rainouts and very very few over the 300. But when we do get a little bit of rain, that's actually kind of when the magic happens as well. And there's a moment I remember with July Talk, who is back again with us this year, and the rain came out, and the lead singer came out and just came into the audience and said, "If you're going to be a little bit wet, we're going to be a little bit wet. Let's have a great time together." But we still try and take care of you with ponchos being available for you under your chairs, and just making sure you have a really not just a pleasant but a special experience at Jackson Triggs.
Absolutely. Something you mentioned about Sam Roberts that happens all the time. You mentioned about tickets. People don't understand. This series hasn't actually even kicked in yet, and it's selling out.
It is. We are a small, unique boutique venue that has these great big artists that come in. So we do sell out. There are a lot of artists that are sold out already. I'm thrilled to say and afraid to say Jim Cuddy's sold out. Sam is sold out. We've got a bunch of them that are sold. So come soon because they will be gone. I will tell you. And if you go to Tixar, Tixr, and Jackson Triggs, that's where we are selling our tickets. So come on down to that site. You can get all the information about check-in and ticket pricings and all the rest of it as well.
Okay, so last question. Again, when is the kickoff? What days is it running? Is it Monday to Sunday? Is it just certain days? What's happening?
So we kick off on June 7th with Sam Roberts, and we are running mostly on Fridays and Saturdays through the summer. We have a couple of Thursdays. We're going to finish up our season on September 14th with Dwayne Gretzky. And if anyone that hasn't had a chance to see Canada's Greatest Cover Band, that also features some of Canada's great musicians and Juno winners, all I can say is it's the best way to spend a cool September night. And so it runs almost every weekend with the exception of long weekends because people are busy. They've got a lot going on those weekends. So we try and fill in all the other weekends in the summer.
Brother, I love it. Congratulations. Thank you so much for giving us another great summer concert series with a little bit of wine next to it, too. It's the way to do it for folks who have never been. I have, and it's an amazing experience. And like I said, if you ever can get that day where that sunset is happening and the music is going on, and you got that glass of wine and people, the vibe and everything, it truly is an experience. And it's not far from wherever city or town that you're from. You got to go up there and do this. Congratulations and thanks again for the interview.
Rudy, thanks so much for your time and look forward to seeing you at the Amphitheatre again this summer.